queen is worth 9 points. But in these positions, it has nowhere to run. Today, I've got 6 real game positions where a trapped queen decides the game. In one of them, the queen gets attacked again and again until every square disappears. Let's start with position 1. Position 1, it's white to play. Black has just played knight a5, attacking the bishop. But Fischer ignores the bishop and plays e5, making his own threat and attacking the black's knight. At first, this looks like a normal attacking move. White attacks the knight and gains space. But the real point is the black queen. After knight e8, white plays bishop takes f7 check. Bishop sacrifice pulls the black king onto f7. And it does not matter if king takes or rook takes, the move what white is gonna play is the exact same. In the game, he tried king takes f7 and now the whole point was knight to e6, sacrificing one more piece, and now if you see, the queen is trapped. There is no way for black queen to just move anywhere. Now the knight attacks the queen on d8. Black can capture the knight, which he did, so d takes e6, white simply won the queen with queen takes d8. And after few moves, white easily won the game. So the pattern is simple. This came from Fischer versus Samuel from US Championship 1958. Fischer was still very young here, but the tactical clarity is already very strong. This is the pattern we are studying today. Hello everyone, I'm Aniket, an Arena International Master, and this is Chess Tactics episode 21. Today's pattern is the trapped queen. Trapped queen is simple. The queen is attacked, but every safe escape square is covered. Let's understand it better with a simple example. So here we got this position where white has just made a blunder and put the queen onto e6. And it looks like that there is no way to trap the queen. But unfortunately, there is. And in this position, black continues the game with knight f4. And now the queen is attacked and now queen cannot go to d5 as well. And let's see the other options. And now if you see, the white queen is having no square to move. So he tried one last trick and he played knight to b5. He said, I'm attacking on your queen. So now what's your plan? So what you can do here is simply capture the queen, and when knight takes on c7, you can even win the knight, and now you traded the queen, but you gain one extra knight out of all this, and now black is completely winning. If you enjoy practical chess tactics, subscribe to the channel. Now let's test the same idea in 5 more real game positions. Position 2, it's black to play. This is one of the cleanest queen traps in the episode. Find the move that traps white's queen. Pause the video here. This came from Steinitz versus Chigorin from World Championship Rematch 1892. Steinitz was the first official world champion and Chigorin was one of the strongest attacking players of his time. The move is knight to e7. Idea is very direct. Knight attacks the queen on g6. Now check the queen's escape squares. The queen cannot go back safely. It cannot stay active and it has no useful square where it avoids material loss. White's queen went too deep into black's position and now it gets caught. That's why after knight e7, white resigned the game. The lesson is clear. When the queen attacks alone, it can become the target. Before grabbing pawns or attacking near the king, always ask, can my queen actually get out? Now, let's go to the next one. Position 3, it's white to play. This came from Botvinnik versus Stepanov from Leningrad Championship 1931. Botvinnik later became world champion, and this is a good example of his sharp tactical calculation. Black has just made a blunder and played e takes f5. And now white starts his attack and he played bishop takes f7 check. And it does not matter if he take with a rook or king. So he tried rook takes f7 and now the whole point was knight to c4. The knight attacks the queen on a5. And now you can see black's queen is trapped and there is no way to save the queen. So black decided to continue the game with pawn to b6 and now simple knight takes a5, b takes a5 and we got this position which they continue the game for few more moves, but white easily won the game. This is a common queen trap pattern. Now, let's go to the next one.
If you're serious about improving and want structured training instead of random puzzles, I work with students personally. The link to train with me is in description. Now, let's continue.
Position 4, it's white to play. This is the most satisfying queen hunt in the episode. Queen is not trapped in one move. This came from Beliavsky versus Larsen from 1984. Bent Larsen was a very creative player, but here his queen gets caught in a tactical net. White starts with rook to a3, simply attacking the queen. First attack. Black moves queen to b6. The queen runs. Knight to c4. Second attack. Queen b4. Still alive. Now comes the key move. Bishop to d6. This move cuts off important escape squares. Black captures with rook takes d6. Pawn to c3. Third attack. Queen to b5. And now rook a5. Final attack. Here black tried rook d5. So white plays rook takes b5. C takes b5. White wins the queen. This is a queen hunt. The lesson is simple. When the queen has limited space, keep attacking it with tempo. Do not give it a time to breathe. Now, let's go to the next one. Position 5, it's black to play. This one is the hardest because the queen is not trapped immediately. Petrosian does something more advanced. He slowly removes every escape square. Find the move that starts the trap. Pause the video here. This came from Bobotsov versus Petrosian from Chess Olympiad 1968. Petrosian was one of the greatest defensive and positional players in the chess history, but he was also excellent at slowly trapping pieces. Here, the move is pawn to g4, and now you can clearly see queen cannot go back. At first, this does not look like a queen trap. Black is not attacking the queen right away, but White's queen on h5 is starting to run out of space. After h takes g4, f takes g4, white tries f3. Maybe this can help white to save the queen, but unfortunately, black continues the game with g takes f3 and now knight takes f3. The point is still the same. The queen cannot go back because of his own knight. And now rook to h7. The queen is attacked. White moves the queen and played queen e5, but black calmly plays queen to c8, attacking the queen again. This is the key move. Black improves his own queen, controls escape squares, and keeps white under pressure. White tries queen to f4 and now rook to f8, attacking the queen again. And now you can see the queen cannot even give a single check to the black king. It is that safe. So queen e5, but now rook f5. Queen is not captured immediately, but it is dominated. This is not a simple one move trap. This is a slow squeeze. And if you have already observed, the queen is trapped and the rook cannot be captured because queen is protecting it. The lesson is queen trap can start before the queen is directly attacked. If you can restrict the queen first, then every later attack becomes more powerful. Now, let's go to the final position. Final bonus position. This is not a pure trapped queen example. It is a warning version of the same theme. If your queen goes too far away, your king may become the real target. It's black to play, and it looks like that white is completely winning because he has made a pin to the queen and now he's about to win the queen. But Richter has found a great resource that he is gonna crush Tarrasch very badly. This came from Tarrasch versus Richter from 1883. White's queen looks active, but it is too far away from defending the king. Black starts with knight e2 check, king h1. Now comes the brilliant sacrifice. Rook takes h2. Black gives up the rook to open the king. White takes the rook and now rook to h8, using his last piece into the attack. Now white is forced to block, and it does not matter if you block with a bishop or with a queen, the result is going to be the same. So he tried bishop h6, but now v into h4, checkmate. This is the bonus lesson. Queen can look active, but if it moves too far away from defense, the king can collapse. So yes, attacking with the queen is powerful, but if the queen cannot return, or if it leaves the king alone, the whole position can fall apart. So that's a trapped queen. Practical lesson is simple. Don't only look at the queen you are attacking. Look at its escape squares. When you see a queen on the edge, queen deep in your position, or a queen blocked by its own pieces, always check for the queen trapped. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe for more practical chess tactics and comment which position was the hardest and tell me what move you found before I revealed it. I will see you in the next one.